Facing the butcher's pickaxe, Frank fled in desperation. The butcher turned around, locking his eyes on Jack, who hadn't managed to escape. At that moment, a gunshot rang out. The butcher dropped to the ground. The police arrived at the scene, but even as he lay dying, the butcher kept staring at Jack. That look became a nightmare Jack could never shake. 10 years passed. Time didn't heal Jack. Instead, it drove him completely insane. He dug up the butcher's grave, put on the mask, picked up the pickaxe. From that moment on, he became the new butcher. His first target was the friend who had abandoned him that night, Frank. Over the past 10 years, Frank became a police officer and married Sarah. The woman who should have been Jack's Jack carried out a series of murders, convincing the entire town that the butcher from 10 years ago had returned. At one crime scene, Frank found a video camera. The footage clearly showed Jack appearing at a motel that very night. It made Frank start to suspect that their choice to run back then might have invited revenge. Soon after, Sarah and a co-worker were restocking shelves at a supermarket when suddenly the butcher appeared. They panicked and split up. In the chaos, Sarah fell to the ground. Just as the butcher lunged at her, the co-worker turned back and pulled her away. They desperately held the door shut outside. They planned to escape through the back. Everything suddenly went silent. The next second, the coworker was dragged into the darkness inside. A shaken Sarah was about to run. Frank arrived just in time and saved her. Realizing he couldn't strike directly, Jack changed his plan. He called Sarah and told her the real butcher had died 10 years ago, and that the current butcher was very likely her husband Frank. He claimed all the evidence was in the mine. He lured Sarah toward the mine. Frank immediately called to warn her. Jack was severely unstable. The real butcher could only be Jack. After hanging up, Sarah seized the moment when Jack was distracted and yanked the steering wheel. The car spun out of control and slammed into a tree. A tree branch pierced through the space between them. Jack briefly lost consciousness. Sarah escaped. Following Frank's instructions, she hid in a cabin in the woods, but the moment she stepped inside, Jack was already awake. He put the butcher's outfit back on, and this time, he started talking. At that moment, Sarah was completely confused. The person behind the mask, was it Jack or her husband? She smashed the window and fled, sprinting wildly into the mine tunnel. The light drew closer. She could only hide in the darkness. The one approaching was Frank. He said he was a cop, had no time to kill anyone, and that everything was Jack setting him up. Soon after, Jack appeared as well. He fired back, saying Frank could mobilize police, while he himself had all the time in the world. Just then, Jack suddenly looked behind him. He shouted, telling Sarah to shoot. But when Sarah turned around, there was nothing there. That resurrected butcher was something only Jack could see. That alone proved Jack suffered from severe schizophrenia. Sarah finally understood the truth. She fired, hitting Jack. The bullet ignited the gas. The explosion swallowed everything. When the police arrived, they rescued Frank and Sarah.